It's special to the guys that played before me, because we love Michigan.
During your journey of life, things are going to go wrong. Not everything's going to go perfect, and that's all right. Because when things go wrong and you fail and you end up messing up, you have a great opportunity to get something from that. You have the opportunity to learn from failure, which is one of the greatest teachers there is in all of life.
I want to be moving still. I want to be, doing all the things that I love to do.
You can never replicate what you learn from a failure if you succeed, because you've never been on the ground and figure out how to pick yourself up and push forward and keep going forward when times get hard. Times get tough, you rise up to the occasion and you challenge those tough times.
I do have a purpose of wanting to use all the things that I've learned.
And you push through and persevere. That's how growth is truly captured. That's when you really understand about life. After you go through the hard times, then you appreciate the good times so much more, and then you realize how to get out of the hard times.
That's what it's all about. They're always trying to take to the next level.
But not only your failures are a great learning opportunity. If you notice when others fail, you can also learn a significant amount from them as well, because you can watch them how they fail and why they fail and see how they come back from it, if they even do at all. Some people may just fail and decide to give up after the first try and not decide to put all they have into whatever they want to achieve.
Thank you to all our fans, everyone back in Boston, New England, we love you.
And just give up. And that can be a motivator to you to make sure you aren't that one person that decides to give up. You want to be the one person that does try, the one that does keep going forward, and the one that ends up becoming successful because of it.
I love the experience, and I think that it's life is about stretching, and being outside your comfort zone.
And I took my first ever reps here for the freshman football team in 1991. And I competed with my friend Kevin Kristofiak, who's here, to be the quarterback. And I lost the competition, but I was excited to be a part of the team anyway. And I was second string that year and learned from the reps that I got in practice. And I did get a chance to get into a few games. I remember playing at Reardon. It was late in the game. We were losing, and my number was called. It was great to finally be playing. My mom still thinks I'm the fastest one out there. She says, "Honey, don't say that. You're fast." Well, we went 0-8 that year, and I hardly played. Not really the best start for someone who would end up making a career playing the game. And as a 14-year-old boy, I realized how much I loved the game. And just as importantly, I enjoyed the practice and the preparation, working to improve, and I realized how much improvement I needed to make in order to continue playing past high school. So I worked and I studied and I listened and I practiced, and by my senior year, I was playing well enough to be recruited on the team. And I was hoping that one day I'd get a chance we had in order to prepare us to play Big Ten competition. And it all seemed to pay off when I first got my chance to play. And I was so excited. I had all my friends from home watching, maybe some of you. My parents were in the crowd. We were ahead with a huge lead against UCLA.
One time, playing, because I'm always thinking, wow, what coverage is, okay, then what route can I signal that I can, find a throw? I'm still trying to be that. I still got to prove it to myself. I know that I got a great routine. I'm 41. I'm still feel like I can do everything I always did. And I want to continue to do it. I want to do it when I'm 45. I think so too. And like I said, there's guys that inspired me. That's what it's all about. They're always trying to take to the next level. And I think when you learn, I always say, once you know the right way, you can't unknow the right way, So me trying to perform and, like I said, the routines that I have and how to prepare my body physically, that's not going to regress. It's only going to get better. And I think it's gotten better over the course of my career, So if those guys can learn from me, that's what I want. It's always going to be better. That's what life should be about. You look at other people who do things and you aspire to be better than that. And hopefully you give them tools to start at a much better place than you started at, so they can ascend higher. And that's how you keep evolving. So I think that's a great thing. I think I have, curiosities in many ways. And I think a lot of it is learning and loving to learn. And I think since I was a kid, just loving the experience of learning new things, learning how they impact my life, learning how they impact my relationships. My wife would say we're spiritual beings having a human experience. I want to live a great, impactful, purposeful life, and I want to impact people from the lessons that I've learned and see if people can learn anything and try to, relate it in their life some way. I still feel like I'm in it. I still feel like I'm doing it. I still feel like there's still more to be accomplished. I was practicing the last 2 days, working on my technique, on my fundamentals, on all the things with my training that I still feel like I can be better, be a percentage better. I played a long time. It's not like you go, hey man, I'm gonna become something different. No, I am what I am. I know my strengths. I've improved on some of the weaknesses, and I still think I want to go out there and compete and play with a bunch of 22-year-olds.
Not every kid is playing for Michigan. And this place is special to me. It's special to the guys that I played with. It's special to the guys that played before me because we love Michigan. I didn't have an easy experience. I didn't come in as a top-rated recruit. I didn't come in with the opportunity to play right away. I had to earn it. And you know what the greatest honor I've ever received as a player is? In my 4th year and my 5th year, I was named team captain. That, to this day, is the single greatest achievement I've ever had as a football player. Because the men in this room chose me to lead their team. And these were my best friends. These were the guys that knew that I liked to work, that knew that I loved football, that knew that I loved to play, that knew that I wanted to be the quarterback for Michigan. And all the lessons that I learned here on State Street and in the big house, that's still what I bring to practice today. And after 14 years, I love the game more than I've ever loved it. But where did I learn the love for the game? Where did I learn to practice? Where did I learn to compete? It was sitting in the same chairs that you guys are sitting in today.